Well, g'day tubes, how's she hanging? Pretty good here. Look, I got her all in with the backhoe still attached. Holy friggin' crap, I can't believe it. I still got room. I totally never thought. Just tilt the thing down and we'll be good. And well, not quite, but I almost got room to still walk through here. So that's pretty awesome. That's got a bit of a tight pull there though. There, that's better. That's a little more better. This, I'm gonna have to shorten these hoses. These hoses go to the machine here, sorry. And then there, I think they were meant to go up like a skid steer arm and then hook up higher, where I don't really need that much length because they keep getting in here and pinched and weird things. I'm amazed they haven't exploded on me yet. This one here's gotten squished a little bit, so I gotta shorten them on this thing. Plus, I wouldn't mind actually changing where this thing mounts. Relocate it maybe over here more or even higher. Because I seem to get the hoses and stuff in the way of when I'm trying to hook up here and stuff with these Deweys. They're always like up in here and in the way, and if I don't watch really close what I'm doing, I'll end up pulling one of those and ripping at it, and I think that's probably what's happened to the outside of that. Probably, I don't know, but yeah, I need to relocate this thing one of these days. But anyways, sorry, major apology I didn't film it for you, but I got the light installed. I got her installed. I just kind of went ahead and did her. I got 3 Deweys on each side. It is, I could hang off it. It is really strong, so no worries about it coming off. They actually conformed really nice and stuff. And she's wired. I just wired it right to a good power source, which is basically the positive cable coming right out onto the starter. Like, there's juice, lots of juice right there. There's already like 8 things already attached to it, so I'm like, well, I can't get much better than that. There was no space, pardon me, no space left in the fuse box here. Everything was used, so I'm like, that's not going to work. I did put my 30 amp fuse back in, so don't worry. I didn't leave that 3 in, but anyways. We just routed the wires up the side here like this. I kind of figured that would pretty much work pretty good. I could have done them up through the ROPS, but then I'd have to come up and try to make this turn and then probably come out here out that hole there, and that just wouldn't have looked the best, so I just routed her straight up. Plus I can't really get, maybe there is a hole going from the frame and then up. I'm not too sure where they're running the wires, but I think it's actually back. Oh, it's in the back of one of these, I think. They kind of come out here, if you can see. It's kind of dark, I know, but they come out there and then feed the back, and then I think it goes yeah, it comes along this side here. So it runs out, everything runs out the back here. This way runs to this side, to the back, and then this one runs to the back and then to the front side. So there isn't actually anything through either one of the front of these, so it may, it may not have worked anyways. But so anyways, the only thing I don't like is that little light's always on to tell you that there's power there. I don't like that. That's like a little very slow parasitic draw kind of on your battery, and I might take that thing apart and chop that little thing out of there just to kill it. But put the button up here. Look at that. So there's after, before, you know, after. It's pretty sweet. Seems to work pretty good. Anyways, let's shut the Deweys off here above us. Sorry I couldn't use my normal camera today. I've just been really busy digging graves and stuff, and it's going to be snowing like crazy later, so I thought, okay, I'm going to get this thing installed today. Sorry it's really dark here, but you're going to be super bright in a second. Oh, wait a sec. Let's turn on the switch, the normal switch. Okay, so there's your normal headlights. These are the ones in the plastic things. Here, okay. Stock ones. Okay, so that's stock. And this is aftermarket. Holy friggin' crap, that's awesome. So, I don't know if I've got her aimed right yet. Turn those on, you don't even see any different. That's hilarious. Anyways, I was going to wire it into the main lights too, but I'm like, nah, I'll do a separate one. Which, you know, if I would have done it into those, it would have shut that stupid little light thingy off up in there, and it wouldn't have been so bad. But I think that's going to be freaking awesome. Super awesome. Sweet. So, yes, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to like where I've routed the wiring yet. I kind of would have liked to maybe have gone up the other side, because I get out that side and I kind of use this side as like a swing kind of thing as I come out. And I bet you I'll end up rerouting it, which means I'll have to take the light and then flip it and then rotate it around so the wires will come out this side. But I'd have to run the wires through from over that side back over to this side and then up. I don't know if I'd have enough. Oh, there's a hose that dropped. I just had enough for the two little leads that power the light. They go up in there. I had a little bit left, but not much. And the actual button switch, I think I had about 3 feet extra, so that's cool. But I guess that's kind of meant to be ran into your truck, you know, or it needs to be a little longer or whatever. And these ones just kind of go from your power up to your light, which, you know, it's pretty close. I got it just in behind the cover here, and then ran it through, zip tied everything together, put a 30 amp fuse in, which was in there before, and then just out the side here, and then up and over and then on. Hooked them on. I didn't solder those connections, but it should be okay because they're way up tucked underneath there, and I give them a good tape job and everything. It should be fine. If it's not, that's not too hard to troubleshoot. But the hardest thing was actually finding a negative down here, because I didn't really want to take any of the bolts out because they're all like structural bolts. But I found one in the sort of firewall-y kind of thing that didn't look like it was really holding anything. So I just took it off, cleaned up the surface, put a little bit of dielectric grease, put the ring on, and then the bolt back together, and it's working good. So yeah, that's going to be pretty sweet. Kind of probably wish I had some for the back too, but anyways, I don't think there's going to be enough room at the back when I'm sitting back there hoeing, because once you flip this seat over, you're quite a bit higher, so that thing would be like right in my head kind of thing. So I'm like, that's not going to work. Oh crap, now my seat's locked. Man. Oh man. Ugh. Good old seat. She's had a lot of butt on her, on both sides. A lot of butt and back, I guess. This is right now your butt, your back side. That's your butt, and you flip it, and that's your butt, and that's your back. Pretty slick, actually. Yeah, so that's the only thing I'm not crazy about is that little draw thingy there. I don't know. And if you notice, I hung it upside down instead of the other way I was looking to. Does clean it up a little bit nicer. Looks a little better. And luckily that thing could go either way, that bracket we built. So, and I'll tell you, it is freaking on there really good. So no worries about it coming off. You know, there's lots of strength in those things. They're all stainless steel, right? Too. Oh, there's one of them right here. Ah, frig, that wasn't funny. Funny bone hit right on that thing. Oh, that's one of them there. So stainless steel. So you do have to watch you don't crank them on too hard, because you will strip these little gear thingies and then you're screwed. But she worked pretty good. I, you know, got them tight and then make sure they surrounded the thing good, and we went. So I don't think there's going to be any problem with that. But yeah, I don't like that thing drawing power there all the time. That's supposed to be a switch. I don't know why they think they need to have that lit up, but you know, I'd probably drive this thing enough that it probably wouldn't make a difference. But if it sits for a week, well, I don't know if that would drain that battery, not too much, but you never know. So I have been adjusting my shoes as well. I've got 2 spacers underneath. I think I want to do one more on these things, and I think then she'll be pretty good. So this is not the easiest. Well, it'll be easier this way to get them off. On there. So I didn't have too much problem getting these off. And it's funny how they did these. It's like professional, I know, factory, whatever you call it, but it's not much different than I probably would have done. Show you why. All these adjust, well, that's just a huge washer Dewey here, big guy. All these are just like square tube, 3-inch square tube, cut probably 1/2 inch. Look, you can see the, if I can get it in the right spot, you can see the, you know, cut mark of it. So that's pretty cool. Not too much to it. So that's got to come out. Those are going to fall off, of course. This has to come out. Put this guy back on here. And then try to get it back in. Man, even those things are freaking heavy. That should be a little better now. If we can get that, yeah. That should be a little better now. Okay. See, I never changed it at all. I've been still running it the way I got it when Buddy soldered to me there, and it's been fine, but it should be better now. I just hope it doesn't kind of sort of just rest on these and doesn't do anything. That would suck. I'm probably going to find myself tilting it forward more and digging it in more anyways, but so yeah. Got my big 3/4 inch ratchet going today. Go made in China, and this is a 15/16 socket. Should be good. Okay, let's go do this side. One more. Yes, so I got my funeral dug today, this morning. Whoops, sorry, ears. Only because it's supposed to snow like crazy. And I'm going to be busy doing snow, and I'm not going to have much time for digging while I'm trying to keep the roads clear. And it was supposed to start tonight. By the time you guys have seen this, it's probably already gone through, and I'm already likely cleaning it now. So, as you're watching this video, I'm likely cleaning snow. Or it could be done, who knows. Okay, so these have to all come off. This has to come off. I think these things are really heavy. Ugh. That one can go back on. Ugh. Come on, you rats. Whew! Heavy mother. And these can go back on. And a big washer. And a nut to hold her on, and that's it. Oh, there's got a drip coming off the roof. I was out digging this morning there, and it was snowing pretty good again, so I got all covered in snow, of course. So I think everything should be good now. I see all my grease I put on these little nuts didn't last very long. I kind of didn't figure they would. A little bit of snow brushes it and brushes her off, and that's the end of her. But anyways, I greased the threads, so maybe that'll help. Torque to BILLSTMAXX pounds per inch. There we go. Now, you know what? There technically should be a grease fitting in here. I got this one the other day. This is the one that pivots the blade that way, but this one pivots the blade in the frame of this guy here, and I think it should have a grease fitting on it, and actually I have no idea where it is. I don't feel anything anywhere. Let's go around the other side here, maybe. Nope. You don't see anything up in there. Huh. You kind of think that should have a greaser, but it doesn't. Nothing that I can see anyway, so I don't know. But yeah, there's like this rectangular frame and a frame here. And so when you go over in the uneven ground, so say I go down like this, the blade will kind of correct itself to a certain point. It works. It's a little kind of different, but it works. Yeah, so now that thing here, I might keep with me because I may not like where I put these things. But, I'm all greasy. I guess we can change it later if we have to, whatever. Sure, I can work at it tomorrow, and yeah. That should save the cutting edge a little bit. Sweet. But anyways, I'm going to clean up, I guess, head her out. I didn't sort of get time for a full-length BILLSTMAXX video today, but she's been one of those days and stuff, so anyways. These little Cree lights here, I think I'm going to put them on my truck. So I have better reversing lights and stuff, because when it's dark out, unless you kind of hold your foot on the brake a little bit, you can't kind of really see it all if you're looking at your camera where you're going. Plus, it's nice to have more lights when you're backing up using your mirrors too. I was going to put them on this tractor on the other sides here too, but I don't really think I need any more light on the front of this thing. I'm going to try her out, of course, but I mean, that frickin' bar up there should be enough to melt the snow in front of me, basically, you know. So yeah, so these might go on my truck, but I watched a video there of a guy that installed these on his F-150, and to get power to them, he hooked into the trailer light wiring. Like, you know, the little plugs you plug your trailer into. I'm like, I don't know if that's good or not. I kind of didn't really think that the trailer light wiring would have a reverse power light on it, but anyways, maybe it does, I don't know. But yeah, that just seemed kind of sort of odd to me. I'd probably just tap into the you know, the holy frig, the wire harness for the actual, that goes to the actual reverse light, and run off of those, I think. But because I don't think these things would take a lot of juice. Wouldn't be very much for these. It's really nice if, you know, they sent specs with these things. They don't send me nothing, so I'm like, ooh, I don't know about that. So anyways, but yeah, so that might be where these go. And then I don't know, you guys let me know. Should you hook into the trailer light wiring harness, or should you just run these, splice off the actual reverse light wires? I don't know, you guys let me know. But anyways, that's, I guess, it for today. I gotta rock, hide before the snow comes, and then this thing's all ready for tomorrow. I just gotta fire it up. It'll be nice and warm. That'll be awesome. I just have to shoot myself up, fire it up. Away we go. Everything's still hooked up. I had a kind of a, lately actually this thing's been pretty good hooking up. As in these guys I'm talking about. I've had a lot of trouble before, and I don't know if the tractor's not relieving pressure right, but it ended up being I had to unhook or loosen that a bit so I could push this on, and it would bleed off the extra little bit of pressure in there. But lately it's been good. But then today, the far one, this guy, was a freaking nightmare. I had to unhook or unloosen that again, and then push it on, little squirts out, and then tighten it up, and away you go. It just wouldn't relieve the pressure. I don't know exactly why. And like I say, I've been fine, and now it's been stupid. So I don't know. I don't understand. But anyways, hopefully by tomorrow this battery's not dead in this thing, because if I go to fire this up with 1.5 feet of snow standing out in front of me and it doesn't want to go, I'm going to be pretty ticked. But anyways, if it doesn't go, I got this one charging here. It's pretty much full anyways. I can just hook Deweys. Oh crap, I think they're hanging out. Oh crap. Where's my Deweys? My Deweys! If I need my Deweys tomorrow, where are they? Oh, my Deweys are hanging up there. Oh good. Okay. Whew. That's usually where I put them, but they have been sort of hanging in here for a while, and I moved them. So, but yeah, there we go. So this is, yeah, it still says it's charging from when it was running that light for like 48 hours, but it should be pretty good soon. And away we go. So, oh yeah, if you haven't seen my socket set, This is my my big socket set right up to 2-inch, which I don't think I've ever used. I'm more into like a little bit of the smaller stuff, you know. And yeah, 2-inch. That's you know, what come in the kit. So power fist. They're not too bad. And so there we go. But anyways, yep, I'm gonna rock out. You guys have a good night. Thanks again for watching. And depending on how the snow is, I might do another maybe nighttime video plowing for you. This snow is supposed to come through the night, so it's probably going to be kind of bright by the time I get out to do it anyway, so it's not going to, you know, work too well. But I might do a GoPro video for you, and I think there's enough room right there to hang my GoPro from my magnet attachment thingy, and just hopefully it doesn't get too much bounce. If it does, that's going to suck. Because normally where I was hooking it was right under here. Now it's going to be looking at that, so that's the only kind of crappy thing about that. That, or sometimes I went right on the roof too. There's that big metal plate on the roof, but it's a little bit bouncy, kind of crappy. So hopefully it should be pretty solid, I think, here. I think it should be pretty good. So, and if not, well, that's going to suck. But anyways, we'll figure something out. I was actually thinking maybe I'd have to watch and make sure I don't crash things, but put the stabilizer kind of down so it's out here, and then put the camera on there so you could see like kind of the side shot as it's plowing off, you know. You might actually get your face into the snowbank because it might hang out so far back there, I don't know. But yeah, it all depends, you know. If it's still snowing, I don't generally want to film. It's in its own protective case, but then the lens covery front thing's always getting all grimed up, and if you don't clean that up every 3 or 4 minutes, it looks like crap, and all you're looking at is water drops. And that's why if it's still snowing, I don't generally film stuff. So, but yeah, we'll figure something out anyways. Hopefully that will work. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Like I say, it might be too jiggly up there. I don't know. So hopefully it's okay, but we will try her. But anyways, we'll catch you guys later. Have a good night, and we'll see you on the flip side of this wicked awesome storm.